Hey YouTube, what up? Let me change the camera angle for a sec. Hey YouTube, what up? It's Steven and welcome back. I just jumped on here right quick, wanted to make this video right quick just to talk a little bit about the Stephon Clark situation, but more so how it relates to black women, especially dark-skinned black women, because I really think that this is a discussion that I think is kind of important. I think this situation could possibly, set a trend, not a trend, but, well, before I get into that, basically what I want to say is just, I noticed black women and them reacting to the situation, and some black women were like, hey, we aren't going to support you. Obviously Stephon Clark is deceased, but some black women are responding, hey, let's see, hey Tim Henson, thanks for coming. I didn't know that you were actually female when we first interacted. I thought you were a male. So my bad. Why the name Tim Henson though? But let me get back to subject though. All right, so black women, they reacting. They ain't feeling Stephon Clark because one, he's with a non-black woman, so that's an automatic side eye, right? But also even worse is he was with a non-black woman, but he was talking a lot of smack about black women, specifically dark-skinned black women. I think to an extent black women in general, but he was being specific in at least some of his tweets that he was saying though. Singling out dark-skinned black women, right? And I can't quote what he said exactly because I don't remember exactly what it was said, but it was something to the extent of I saw one tweet was oh, black women or dark-skinned black women bring dark days, right? And, something like that's really fucked up to say, let's be honest, He didn't have to say that. And that's the thing with some swirlers. It's just swirl. You don't gotta swirl and be talking shit to everybody. You don't have to talk shit. You can just swirl. But that's the thing too. I guess some people who swirl really do have an issue with black people. Whatever gender that they're into, but whatever, they have an issue with that. It's some sort of an issue, they're swirling almost to get back at them, But I noticed some of the women, or some black women are I'm not supporting this, guy, because this guy is anti-black woman. Also, anti-black dark-skinned or anti-dark-skinned black woman. And who, I can't really blame them, because it's if the shoe was on the other foot, would Stephon Clark be supporting them? I don't think so. I really don't think that Stephon Clark would be supporting them. And I just, I think that some black women, I think, are still supporting him though. On the, let me switch the camera angle. on kind of like they're supporting him, not so much him, but what he represents, which is a black man, right? Because he is like a proxy, and I can get it. I understand where black women are coming from on both ends of the spectrum, because black women, well, on one hand, black women would be like, Stephon Clark could have been, their black male family member, right? So I can understand them wanting to support that aspect of it, where it's like, hey, just because he was this, that, and the third doesn't mean that he deserved to get treated the way that he got treated. On the other hand, I can understand where some black women are coming from, where it's like, I'm just gonna sit this one out, right? Because it's like, we are here, the black women are like, we're here and helping you, but would you be here and help us, right? Because based on the tweets, it doesn't seem like he had, much love for black women like that, especially dark-skinned black women, right? And then some of those same women are asking, where is his Asian baby mama at, right? That's come up too. And so far I haven't heard her speak out about the situation. I haven't heard her speak out about the situation so far. I heard that she was, tweeting some anti-black woman tweets though. She can do that, And then, the whole conversation of like, where is Chong Li when you need her? Where is Kim Woo when some shit goes down, right? Where is the Yellow Power Ranger, Trini, when you need her? Like, so many questions, right? Like, Mulan is not coming to rescue you, right? So, I could understand the anger and the frustration where black women are coming from. I'm not sure how black men are responding to this. I've just been seeing a lot of black women respond to this. Black men might be more so kind of just staying quiet. Which I think is something that black women sometimes in some situations need to just stay quiet. This could be one of those situations. But in this situation, I can understand black women wanting to speak up because they need to make sure that they let people know why they aren't on the front lines, so to speak, why they aren't participating in these, protests and whatnot. So I get it. But I didn't think anyone would be here. So thanks for showing up, you guys. Thanks for the support. I appreciate that. Right now I'm on lunch break, so I can't stay for like a super long time. But I did want to post this video just to, kind of discuss this particular aspect of the Stephon Clark situation, because I think it's important. Because, let's see, naturally mine 6'8" or 68. I've seen black men understand black women's views and others think we're being petty. I think I could see that happening. I could see that, you know. You know, I think low key some black men might be a little like maybe taken aback, and maybe even a little low key startled by some black women's reaction, you know. Because honestly, to be honest, and I've said this myself, but I'm like, to an extent, really, it's not really a black community without black women, right? Just like there's no white community without white women or any other community, right? And when black women stop caring as a collective, I think that's when things are really going to take a turn for not even the worst, but but the turn for just disaster. Like, honestly, hopefully if and not when, but if black women as a collective decide to just, you know, wipe their hands of the black community and leave, I'm leaving too. I'm getting out of here too. Shoot. Because I know at that point, you think the community's bad now? No. It can get much worse if black women as a collective wash their hands and give up on the black community. But thanks for coming, Terrascope by Tina and Naturally Mine 68 and Tim Henson. And there's a couple more people here too. But I'm doing this on mobile as usual. And on mobile, for some reason, they don't have it set up where you can see the chat, the people in the chat room. You can only see them if they post. So, yeah. But did you guys have a good Easter or just a good Sunday? I don't know what religion you guys are. Well, I hope so. I hope that you did. I hope so. Let's see. What time are we at? Okay, I got about 20 more minutes I could spare. Good Sunday. I did. Thanks for asking, Terrascope. Or I guess I should say Tina. Thanks for asking, Tina. Yeah, I just went to the park. There was a lot of people there. A lot of people there. You know. But I didn't do anything like, you know, spectacular or special. I honestly forgot that it was Easter. I didn't think, I was like, oh, it's Easter, because I saw a sign on a business saying that they're closed for Easter. All right. Lady Luck 187. I honestly don't know how to feel about Stephon Clark and his situation. That's the thing too. I think a lot of black women in particular are like little kind of torn on the situation, because I don't think all black women are 100% on the same page in this situation, because some black women are like, well, we got to start putting ourselves first. We can't be, you know, just accepting any type of treatment, which I can understand, definitely, you know. But then other black women are like, well, you know, we have to protect, you know, blackness, because that's what's being attacked. Hello, Tia, I think that's how you say your name. So you're kind of split in that situation where you're like, you don't know where you kind of want to, where you lean towards a bit more. Because on one hand, you're like, well, this guy was, based on his tweets, was clearly anti-black woman, especially anti-black dark-skinned woman. On the other hand, well, he's black and he represents blackness in this situation, and we can't just say that it's okay to treat black people like this. Okay. Let's see. Tia, we have to protect blackness. I agree. I agree with that too. I definitely agree that we have to protect blackness. The thing is, it's just, I think some black women may be a little tired of this because they feel like their efforts aren't being appreciated. Let's see. Elizabeth Perk, I think that's how you say it. I'm not torn. If I died unjustly, he sure as hell wouldn't have been out protesting for me. He wouldn't have pissed on my burning body if he could. I only protect those who protect me. That's true, you know, that's true. And I do think that this is a situation that black women can sort of use to be like, hey, this is what happens when you step out of the community, you know. Even though, you know, not all people who step out of the community have those views towards black women. You know, that, to be honest, that's not true. Just like all black women who step out of the community don't necessarily have, you know, anti-black male views, you know. Not all of them. Some do, you know, some, not all. Tia. And I'm saying that as a dark-skinned Wilma. Wilma from the Flintstones. How old are you? Okay, a woman. I'm like, how old are you? Okay, Tina. Maybe let black men handle this case. I think that would be a good thing. You know, that would be something. Like, hey, you know, just like, hey, I'm just gonna sit this one out, y'all. Perhaps. Let's see. I've seen black men saying hell no too. Like they ain't gonna support homie. That's a little different. Usually the black men, I kind of expected them to be a little silent. A little like, you know, just not saying anything. Tassie Lori, or I think that's how you say it. One-sided loyalty is for suckers. I think, you can be loyal to a fault. You know, that's the thing. And you don't want to be loyal to a fault, right? Because if you are, like, your loyalty becomes kind of like your downfall, right? Because to be honest, every person doesn't deserve your loyalty, right? Every black man doesn't deserve every black woman's loyalty, and vice versa. Right? There's some people that need to be purged from our community, to be honest. Like some people, we can, you know, rehabilitate them. Some people, you know, perhaps are just a little misguided, you know. Other people are just a virus or cancer. We got to get them out of here. They're going to end up messing up a lot of the community. Let's see. Let me get to the shade. All right, where are we at? Tiha. We should not allow the good to suffer with the bad because of Stephon Clark's tweets. Okay, I think I understand where you're coming from, where it's like, you know, all the black men who it's kind of like if we sit this one out as a community, you know, and perhaps as, you know, black women in particular, you know, some black women are like, well, this could end up affecting other good black men down the road, right? Let's see. Lady Luck. I also believe this information is being pushed for a reason. But who's pushing this information, though? You think the white media might be pushing this information to black women? Kind of like on some conspiracy theories type of tip. Like, hey, you know, push this information, get black women against, you know, black men not wanting to support the man. Let's see. I feel that this is a police brutality issue and not an interracial dating issue. These problems should be dealt with separately. Tia. They should, but I'm not sure if black women feel like they should have to separate the issues, you know. But to be honest, I don't think it's purely because of the interracial aspect, though. I think that those tweets that he posted have a lot to do with this. Because if it was just the interracial aspect, honestly, I would be more so on his side. You know, I would still understand where some black women were coming from, but I'd be like, you know, perhaps he wasn't that type of a swirler, you know. Maybe he wasn't like a toxic swirler. Let's see. Tina, I agree with Lady Luck. There is definitely a divisive agenda behind this. Tassie Lori. This man allowed his non-black woman to say the N-word and disrespect black women with his approval. Yeah, he did. Yeah, she posted a tweet saying, you know, derogatory things about black women. She did, you know, and I'm pretty sure he gave us okay. I'm pretty sure he didn't give a damn about that, you know. I'm sure. And I can understand where black women are coming from with that, where it's like, hey now, wait a minute, why are we supporting this? Tina, no, it's beyond the media, okay? Elizabeth Perk, exactly, I don't care about who he dated. He was a self-hating anti-black, and for all lives matter. No one cares about who he dated. She's hideous. So now it's like, you know, like ain't nobody stunting you, Asian lady. But that is true. Sometimes it makes it just seem like black women are just so, you know, insecure and, you know, just threatened by anybody, any and everybody. Let's see. Tassie Lori. Let me get into the shade again. Okay. Crap. Okay. His own words going back for years. This is not about him swirling. He was a black woman basher. Yeah. I think that might be at the heart of this, actually. You know, because honestly, if he was a swirler and let's say if he was a swirler and he did, you know, was in a position and did maybe do like work in the community, right? Maybe even have a record of like helping black women in particular, but he was a swirler. I think black women might more so would be on his side. Lady Luck 187. I just hope others will see this as a wake-up point. Date who you want. But don't go against your own to date outside your race, because we need each other. I agree. You don't have to say nasty, derogatory things to date outside of your race. That's not a requirement. You don't have to do that. That's just someone being extra and being petty and vindictive and spiteful because they have some sort of an issue with perhaps their mom, perhaps, or like the black women in their family or the black women in the community, you know, that sort of a thing. And you know, like, black women are the main group of women supporting him. Really. I don't really see the Asian women coming out. And I don't see no All Lives Matter coming out either. Let's see. Tassie Laurie. He also went to jail for pimping and beating the baby mama. Okay, so this guy obviously had issues. So thankfully he wasn't with no black woman. You know, but still, he was saying anti-black stuff, you know. But it's like, well, thankfully she took one of the bad ones off of your hands, black woman. Let's see. Let me get into the shade again. Let me see. Where we at? Lady Luck. He also talked about does his son's lives matter because they are Asian, but they look like little black boys to me. Won't even know they were mixed unless you ask. I remember Fetty Wap saying something like that a minute ago. But yeah, like, oh yeah, I can't say all lives. I can't say Black Lives Matter because my children mixed. But I think that would be an example of black men sort of low-key fetishizing mixed children, because a lot of times they put it on, you know, black women, especially dark-skinned black women, like, oh, you know, you want a light-skinned baby with good hair, and sort of use that as like a shaming tactic, right? Even though a lot of these dudes low-key want a light-skinned baby with good hair too, quote unquote good hair. Let's see. Elizabeth Perk. He didn't consider them black. Well, I saw their hair texture. I saw how they looked. You know, they were kind of light, you know, but I think they would probably have an experience that traces back to blackness, you know. Let's see. I got about 5 more minutes before I got to go back to work. But, you know, thanks for joining me. You know, thanks for coming. You know, thanks for posting. Let's see. Elizabeth Perk. She was praying and hoping they wouldn't look like him, but he only referred to them as Asian. Just like Reggie Bush only referred to his son as Armenian. He was probably praying and hoping and wishing that they come out looking Asian too. Like, me too. Shoot. These non-black women, you know, the white women especially, but also even some of the light-skinned and mixed women sometimes like, you know, black men, you know, especially like particularly like brown skin, dark skin black men, but they don't want the kids to look like them. So is it really that much of a like for them, or love and care and etc., when you don't really want your kids to look like the guy that you're with? Wouldn't that be crazy? Ain't that crazy? I don't know. Let's see, where we at? I'm in the dead of sun. And you know how the sun, when you are like using some like electronics, it kind of creates a shadow or turns it black so you can't really see. So let me try to get to the shade again. All right, let's see. Where we at? Where we at? Let's see. Lady Luck, did she talk about Asian men? LOL. Why do we do this? I don't think she did. And if she did, she probably just kept it low-key to herself. She didn't feel the need to go on record on social media and do this, even if she did have some issues with Asian men. That's the thing too. It's like these other groups of people don't really act like this when they swirl, you know. Tassie Lori. All in all, we have to establish standards. If not, this black woman bashing will continue. I agree. I think this would be a good time for black women to kind of step up and sort of like establish a standard, establish what they want to see, and also how they're going to react if they do not see what they want to see. Miss Faith Butterfly. Stephon Clark would have told the white lynch mob where to find Harriet Tubman. He doesn't deserve black women's support. So I'm guessing if this was like back in the day when Harriet Tubman was around and helping lead black folks to the freedom, he would have been like, like, guess what I saw, massa? Hopefully Harriet Tubman would have been smart enough not to even, try to free him. I think after a while she kind of knew the ones to go to, right? I think Harriet, as time went on and as she, had done it so many times, she knew the ones to go to, I think. I think she kind of knew what to look for, right? But thanks for coming out. Well, not coming out, but thanks for joining me for, this impromptu video. I really appreciate it, And as well, I just, appreciate your opinions and what you guys have to say about these sort of topics and issues and whatnot. Definitely. But I think it's about time for me to go back to work. Got to earn money. But thanks for coming out, y'all. I appreciate it. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now. All right, later, y'all. Have a good one. Y'all know where to find me. Y'all know where to get at me at. Yeah. right,